If I told you that some of the smartest people I know play video games, and you'd probably laugh. Because somewhere along the way, society convinced us that video games are a waste of time, that smart people read books, build businesses, learn skills, and never touch a controller. But here's a question. If video games are only for lazy people, then why do so many intelligent people play them? And no, I'm not talking about people who spend 14 hours a day screaming into a microphone. I'm talking about people who are successful, people who think deeply, people who learn quickly, people who could spend their free time doing almost anything they want. Yet they still choose to play games. Why? Because they understand something that most people don't. A good video game is not mindless entertainment, it's a challenge. Think about it. The best games constantly throw problems at you. You have to adapt, learn patterns, make decisions, manage resources, think ahead, solve unexpected situations, and sometimes do all of that under pressure. That doesn't sound very passive to me. Now compare that to scrolling social media. One activity asks your brain to participate, the other asks your brain to consume. One makes you think, the other makes you watch. And that's a huge difference. In fact, one of the reasons I enjoy story-driven games is because they force me to focus. You can't really experience a great game while checking your phone every 30 seconds. You have to pay attention. You have to stay immersed. You have to follow the story, remember details, understand characters, make choices for hours. And in a world where people's attention spans are collapsing, that's becoming a rare skill. But here's the part most people never talk about. Smart people don't necessarily play games because games make them smarter. They play because they understand the value of recovery. Most people today don't know how to rest. They only know how to consume. They open TikTok, then Instagram, then YouTube Shorts, then repeat for hours. Their brain never truly relaxes. It's constantly being bombarded, constantly switching, constantly chasing stimulation. A good game is different. You're focused on one world, one objective, one experience. And strangely enough, that can feel more refreshing than scrolling through hundreds of random videos. Now, am I saying every game is productive? Of course not. Some games are designed to waste as much of your time as possible. Just like some social media platforms, just like some TV shows, just like some websites. The problem isn't the tool. The problem is how you use it. A smart person can turn almost anything into a useful experience, and a careless person can turn almost anything into a distraction. Give two people the same game. One person mindlessly wastes 6 hours. The other learns strategy, patience, persistence, and problem solving. Same game. Different mindset, and that's what most people miss. The smartest people I've met don't divide activities into serious and fun. They understand that life needs both, because if all you do is work, eventually you burn out. If all you do is consume, eventually you become passive. But if you can challenge your mind, enjoy yourself, and stay engaged at the same time, that's a different story. And maybe that's why so many intelligent people still play video games. Not because they're escaping reality, but because they're engaging with something that demands their attention. Something that rewards patience. Something that rewards learning. Something that rewards improvement. The truth is, the question isn't, do smart people play video games? The real question is, what are you doing instead? Because if your alternative is spending 3 hours scrolling through short videos you'll forget tomorrow, then maybe the controller isn't the problem after all. Maybe it's one of the better choices you could make. And that's a conversation most people aren't ready to have.